He is the real deal. Conor looked amazing tonight. You know, you saw it. You know exactly what I'm saying.
But precision beats power.
Fight fans,
and timing beats speed.
Welcome back.
There's two things I really like to do, and that's whoop ass and look good, and I'm doing one of them right now. On Saturday night, I'm gonna do the other.
Fast, precise, crazy. The manic ascension of mixed martial arts' biggest star came as quick as his lightning finishes. In-cage demeanor made for some of the most entertaining athletic displays of the last 20 years.
Tomorrow I take his head clean off.
I plan on stealing the show every time. I plan on finishing anyone.
A mindset so Machiavellian, so frightening, that even the elite of the elite were left like deer in the headlights of a Bugatti with no brakes.
That's 145. That's championship weight.
Tell Jose I'm coming.
Join us as we take a look at opponents before and after facing the notorious Conor McGregor.
Oh my gosh!
Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
We're not here just to take part. We're here to take over.
Like a deer in the headlights. They all want it until they get it.
Conor McGregor is a guy who everybody's putting a lot of stock into as being one of the next great stars.
Definitely when I met John and when I started training in Straight Blast Gym, I started realizing I can make a career out of it.
When I went to Ireland for that Trinity College thing, all I heard about was Conor McGregor. I'd never heard of the kid before.
I can do something that hasn't been done before. I can show the Irish people true martial arts, something they have never seen before. You know what I mean? Sky's the limit. Who knows what's around the corner, you know? I could be in the UFC, and you never know where it could end.
Championships in two different weight divisions in the Cage Warriors promotion put McGregor's molten hot talent in the eye line of the biggest promotion in the sport. And after a first-round destruction of Marcus Brimage that sent shockwaves through the division,
60 G's, baby!
it was time for future champion to face future champion.
McGregor versus Max Holloway! Phenomenal, spectacular, young, promising prospect. Looks like they're gonna It's featherweight.
Max Holloway, a future king of the 145ers, who even at the age of 21 possessed many of the skills that would eventually make him a champion.
This is a big fight with two badass up-and-coming guys. This is going to be a great fight.
You know, definitely. You know, he got a lot of hype, and it'll be good to get a W. You know, exciting W, and it's just a great fight for me right now.
Nothing changes for me. I'm gonna enter the contest open. I'm gonna be creative. I'm gonna go forward. You know.
Special fighter. He fights different from a lot of fighters. You know, he's not a normal fighter, and not really too nervous about this fight.
That's a fantastic fight, ladies and gentlemen. Max Holloway and Conor McGregor.
He's just a banger, bro. You know, he knows he got one knockout power, and I knew it. And I know he's gonna want to stand with me because of that.
Sadly for young Holloway, it was wrong place, wrong time.
I wasn't. Not a deep breath did I take. I could have went another 25 rounds.
The Notorious outclassed the Hawaiian in every aspect of the game, on one knee.
As it was caught, he bridged and rolled, and I just popped. It just literally came out of place. But as it came out of place, I moved into side control with it. But I let out a little scream. Anyone in the top 10, anyone they want, I'm going for the finish.
Max would go back to the drawing board before beginning one of the most impressive runs in featherweight history.
Big shots.
Aiming to cross paths with McGregor once again.
We some competitive guys, you know what I mean? Like, I'll probably be going to Twitter wars with him until he's 60. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, we're so competitive. That's just how it is.
After rehabilitation for his knee and another highlight reel finish over the always game Diego Brandao, the hype train was full speed ahead, with another future fan favorite tied to the tracks.
To tell you the honest truth, I fought tougher guys, and if Conor could fight half as good as he can speak, you know, I think it would be.
Dustin thinks it's all talk, but when he wakes up with his nose plastered on the other side of his face, he's gonna know it's not all talk. Don't get me wrong, I like the kid. He's a quiet little hillbilly from the back ass of nowhere.
It's the first time I've ever fought anybody who talks themselves up this much. But it's fun, but it's also a little aggravating.
So for me to go out and put Dustin away in one round, guess what? I skipped the cue and fight for that belt. They're ready to fall.
I never dislike somebody that much that I'm ever for.
I don't see anything in the division that troubles me, not one of them. They don't move like I move, they don't think like I think, and they don't talk like I talk.
Nobody else would step up and shut him up, you know? Humble him a little bit, you know? It's just time. I can't have this guy running through my division talking like that, you know?
Dustin Poirier was considered by many hardcore fans to be a decent step up in competition.
Being said, this is a fight for him. I mean, Poirier is a very talented fighter. He's ranked in the top 10 for a reason.
That's disrespectful, you know? Somebody's got to shut him up.
However, a deadly cocktail of brutal trash talk, Mariana Trench-like pressure, and a left hand saw Poirier flatlined in 90 seconds.
And now here we are again, and I done what I said I was going to do. I feed off this.
It's a whole other ball game when they get hit by me.
Yeah, I don't just knock them out, I pick the round, John. Yeah, I said this, I'm sure you are probably all thinking in your head, this guy is talking absolute dribble.
Though the story certainly wouldn't end there.
It's hard to tell, you know, because during the lead up and the process to get ready for the fight, I thought he wasn't getting in my head, and he might have been. You know, looking back at it now, I don't know. I wanted to hurt him. I was aggravated and mad all the time, you know.
Of course I want that gold belt. Don't try and tell me that gold belt sitting up right there on this table would not look great to go alongside this ivory elephant trunk suit that I have got on me right now.
I feel like a champion, no? Honestly, man, put me in with anyone in the world, and I'm dangerous for them all.
Despite a title shot being more than earned,
fans want to see McGregor in for a world title. There's no denying that. So we will see what way they play it.
The UFC made the bizarre decision of announcing Dennis Siver as Conor's next opponent.
I stay ready. That man opened his mouth. He was under the influence of post-fight adrenaline. It has the same effect as alcohol. It makes you brave.
I am the notorious Conor McGregor, and I am not here to take part. I am here to take over.
I'm Germany, Dennis Siver.
Conor, you're gonna pay for your words at Sunday.
It is a mismatch. I'm gonna whoop his ass. I'm gonna collect the checks, and then I'm gone.
Ich mag ihn nicht. Also ich kann nicht leiden. Also er wird nie mein Freund sein. Wenn er Schläge oder Kicks trifft, dann wird er auf jeden Fall K.O. gehen.
Er macht es genau umgekehrt. Er greift die Leute an. Der hat sich mit allen Leuten verstritten, nicht nur in Federgewichtsklasse, sondern auch in anderen Gewichtsklassen.
Branded by McGregor as the German midget in their pre-fight interviews, Siver was far from a title contender.
Have a little fun sometimes here and there. Maybe throw in a small little insult here and there.
My thoughts on Dennis Siver is he's a midget German steroid head. You said congratulations, I'm now number 9. If you think I celebrate number 9, you're highly mistaken, my friend. As far as I'm concerned, I'm number 1.
But the majority, I'm just speaking the truth. I will tell them what way I feel about these people.
And the fight itself would showcase this, with McGregor dominating from the opening bell.
Absolutely did whatever he wanted against Siver. Landed kicks at will, landed punches.
Before jumping the cage to scream in the face of the featherweight champion Jose Aldo Jr.
Conor looked amazing tonight. He is the real deal. You know, you saw it. You know exactly what I'm saying.
That's 145. That's championship weight. Tell Jose I'm coming.
Aldo versus McGregor World Tour. There will be tons of media happening in LA.
But like I said, when you sign to fight me, it's not like signing to fight anyone else. It's a completely different experience.
After a whirlwind press tour and unimaginable hype, Jose Aldo would drop out of a fight with McGregor just 2 weeks before the scheduled date.
News came out on Tuesday, initially from the UFC Netherlands account, that UFC featherweight champion Jose Aldo had suffered a rib injury and his staff.
He didn't show up. I mean, you can't. Where's the pride? Where's the fighter in him?
With Aldo out, another killer would enter. Chad Mendes.
I do hope Jose shows up, but smoking Chad will be enjoyable too. I will enjoy destroying him also.
Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Act like you know how this goes.
This is a guy that I will be happy to punch this dude in the face. Even if it's one solid time, I'm good to go.
An explosive wrestler who is still very much in the title picture after a war with the champion just a few months prior.
Chad Mendes, he will without a doubt be the most dangerous guy that Conor McGregor has faced inside the octagon.
They call me and they say, can you make weight in a couple weeks? And I said, oh yeah, I feel like I'm the perfect guy to get in there and beat a guy like Conor.
The trash talk and tear up which would follow helped turn McGregor into a bigger star than anyone would have imagined.
I'm going to pull the trigger and eliminate my opponent, and I'm going to enjoy every damn second of it.
There's going to be a lot of people tuning in.
They ain't tuning in for you, Chad.
They want to see me crush your face. People hate listening to you talk. They hate your mouth.
I'm going to butcher you. You should have stayed home, kid.
No, honestly, I feel like there's multiple ways I can win this fight. I feel like, I have the power and the speed to knock this dude out on the feet.
He dug deep and stopping Mendes in the second, capturing his first of many titles.
I knew I was haunting him on the feet before he scored the takedown. I was haunting him on the mat while he got the takedown.
I just kind of gassed out a little bit and was able to get me up against the cage. I should have moved my feet, I should have circled out, but I stayed planted and he was able to capitalize. So
I got back to my feet, the round ended. I knew he was tired. And that's it. I was winning every exchange.
He was the better man tonight. There's not a whole lot I can say about it other than, I'd like to try it again.
Mendes, however, would go down as one of the best fighters in UFC history to never win a belt.
Let's make a bet here. If you fucking have the
How
balls
much?
to do anything.
You're making bets with the $500,000 I gave you?
Notice, but let me
You went from 48,000 to $500,000. Thank me and be grateful.
The night after the finale is UFC 194, McGregor versus Aldo.
6 months would pass before Aldo would be able to fight.
I honestly, the first thing I said to him was, wow, I didn't think I'd see you again.
Let's do it. Let's do it now this time. Don't pull out this time.
There's no more pulling out of this. You're either gonna do it now, or you're never gonna do it. Your legacy, your career is done.
In that time, the trash talk cooled immensely, with anticipation simmering, not boiling, for the long-awaited showdown.
He spoke my name out of turn.
He spoke your name out of
He should have kept his
turn.
mouth shut. He should have given me my credit for what I've done for this division. He did not. Now I get him at every single opportunity.
Rematches happen a lot in this game, but the manner that I beat him, there will be no need for a rematch.
Pode contar, é caixão. Pode acreditar.
The World Tour was a different time. This time, I am cold. I am emotionless.
Yeah, I think he doesn't know what he's getting himself into, but I know what I got to do, and I got to go in there and win the fight.
How long is it going to take you to rip his head off?
It will be done in one.
I already said it will be done within 4 minutes of the first round. It will be a formality after that. It will be decided in the first round. After that, it will be a formality.
Ele pode falar quando tá longe. Lá dentro não vai falar nada. Porque a próxima vez que estiver frente a frente, eu vou bater muito na cara dele.
The fight would go in a similar direction, with the Irishman living up to his nickname and scoring a now notorious 13-second knockout over the dominant champion.
Who comes in and predicts one-round KOs? I did, and I did.
Ushering in a new era for the division and organization as a whole.
Conor McGregor told me 5 weeks ago in Ireland, I'm going to run across that octagon and he will not last 4 minutes. And I believed him when he said that's what he would do.
Aldo would recapture his title after McGregor was forced to relinquish the featherweight belt, but would surprise bantamweight.
Then I threw a punch and he came back with another cross, and that was that. I think that we need the rematch. It was really not a fight.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You'll do nothing. You'll do fucking nothing.
Eventually, ego would lead to error. A miscalculation after Rafael dos Anjos dropped out of a lightweight title fight with McGregor, leaving Nate Diaz to step in after an incredible piece of post-fight promotion.
Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I work for, motherfucker. I'm gonna fight you.
Conor McGregor is moving from 145 pounds to 170 pounds.
He gets out of shape. His fight against Dos Anjos, he looked like he was the skinniest fat guy I've ever seen in my life.
I don't give a
I don't give a either. I don't give a either.
This thing right now it's breaking every record we've ever had.
He better hope.
Hope for what?
Better hope he gets that knockout, otherwise it's gonna be a f***ed up night for him.
I'm here to kill or be killed in Stockton, California. This little
A superhero many thought unbeatable in the UFC was brought down to his actual form.
Starts talking shit.
Yeah.
It starts really finding a home for the jab.
Yeah.
And then he hit him with that big one too, and it was like, oh.
That of Just a Man.
I enjoyed the fact that a person could take the shots and keep coming.
I put a knee in his stomach and I heard him go, huh, and I'm like, yeah, this is good, this is good. And then all of a sudden he's shooting for a takedown, and I'm like, oh, you're a wrestler now.
Cardio issues and a questionable ground game planted McGregor in the arms of his first UFC loss, though his mind remains solely on revenge.
Punch is hard. He's a hard hitting little guy, but nothing I never felt before.
You know you have something exciting when people who've done it all, seen it all, been everywhere and done everything are standing around going, holy shit, what just happened? So
were you really in legit shape for this fight?
Hey, on my worst day, I'll train for 2 hours.
The kind of shape that he's gonna be when they have a rematch. And that becomes a real fucking problem.
Dude, I think he's gonna beat him up again.
Well, what Nate said, he goes, if I had a camp, he wouldn't have fucking touched me.
Conor would have his request for a rematch granted just 5 months later. The Irishman was insistent that the fight took place at 170 pounds again, a move that garnered him a lot of respect from the hardcore audience.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
It makes sense for me to have the contest at 170 to right the wrong, you know, to leave no questions. This is the one. This is where I put everything to rest.
You know, Conor really got in people's heads by talking shit, and I felt like going in, I was like, I don't think you're gonna get in Nate's head by talking shit. He's not that guy.
He should have killed me when he had the chance, because now I'm back, and I'm gonna kill you and your whole fucking team. You and them bitch tits.
Should have brought an arm. Should have brought everybody, because it's gonna be down if we see you.
We're gonna have to watch UFC 202 on August 20th to find out.
So I just want to ask you, what do you think of this turnout?
The Diaz brothers, yeah? Those cockroaches.
Like he hit me with a lot of his best punches, and I hit him with one punch.
I think Nate's going to do the same thing. Just got to take him down and, you know, easy fight.
The collision was extremely hard fought in what is now unanimously recognized as the fight of both men's respective careers.
He keeps on walking forward. He took every shot. I dropped him multiple times. He just keeps coming. His face was bust open.
He ran the whole fight. You see me chasing him around that thing, I'm like, where are you going? He's scared to engage.
A true 5-round war, with McGregor landing multiple knockdowns and fighting tooth and nail for a decision in the eyes of the judges.
In that pocket, he was unloading ice. The ice stung a few in the body, and that changed. That swayed it back for me.
Yeah, I watched the fight. I thought I won it for sure.
When did you get a chance to watch the fight? Last night?
Yeah, last night I watched it.
If you're willing to do number 3, I think everybody in this room wants to see number 3.
Diaz would battle to uphold the momentum and newfound status, but would never quite hit that same scintillating high. Mystic Mac would still have more tricks up his sleeve, and the best was yet to come.
I'm looking forward to starting.
And then just see him square off. Do you feel like he now? I'm guessing not. But do you get the sense that like he has to keep topping himself now because there's so many expectations? You know the answer. Yeah, he does.
UFC history. First time ever in New York. UFC at MSG.
Now at the height of his powers, Conor would set his sights on history. Dual weight world title, Madison Square Garden. His opponent, the always game Eddie Alvarez.
Eddie Alvarez is the UFC. Alvarez coming back. He hurt him to the body.
This is your representative. Where is he? Where is he?
To be late for something of this magnitude is disrespectful, and that's why I said the country of Ireland should be disappointed.
Sorry I'm late, I just don't give a fuck!
This is the fight before the fight. Round 2, this is going bad for him now. It's all going downhill. Round 3 is just a knockout.
He's serious. He's rattling over there. He's gaunt in the face. He looks 48.
Which is what Conor's plan is. You know, if he becomes a 2-weight champion, you know, he's the biggest star in UFC history now.
I am here to represent represent the East Coast, East Coast. I'm gonna silence on.
But you let him get into your mind in that fight. What's your regret with that fight?
The American was supposed to bring a ton of problems to the table, but it wouldn't matter, because the champ would do whatever the he wanted.
It's almost bizarre how good Conor is.
Right?
Almost bizarre. The way he picked apart Eddie Alvarez. Like magical. That's almost the word I want to use.
Correct.
As another clinical, striking display ensured a second-round shutout.
But if you could do it again, how would you fight him differently, other than obviously coming away with the win?
We didn't wrestle enough. The idea was to go in there and wrestle. Wrestle a guy who likes to box, and I didn't do that.
Whoever runs this whole shit now's got to come to me and give me the real slice, because that's what I've earned.
I was honestly, I left Madison Square Garden, I was crushed. I remember we drove in a van back to Philadelphia, and I cried like a little kid, like a child.
Alvarez had a few more high-profile fights, but soon left the organization to continue receiving punishment in ONE FC.
The Underground King is looking to wave the white flag. How is he still standing, Eddie Alvarez?
Sometimes you can know everything that you're going to do, but you get hit with a shot, you get stupid for a little bit, make some bad decisions, things go bad quickly, and that's what happened on November 5th.
You know, this kid, every time he says he's going to do something, he does it. He throws that left hand so effortless, but when it touches people, man, they go down.
Security, go, security. Please, gentlemen, please.
I hope no backstage. I want to fight. I'm cage fighter. I want a cage close, referee, and let's go. Real fight. And I deserve this.
From here, with the company at his fingertips, McGregor opted to leave for boxing in a now infamous cash grab with Floyd Money Mayweather.
How the f did they let me roll up in here? They got greedy, that's f***ing hell.
Building his wallet, sure, but actively crumbling any chance of staying ahead of the pack in mixed martial arts.
Well, I want the one that everybody says I can't win.
Just think about setting him up with Khabib. Like, Jesus Christ, that would be a giant fight. That might be one of the biggest MMA fights ever to make.
A year later, following one of the sport's most controversial build-ups, McGregor would run head first into the karma that many believe he deserved.
I want to fight for your chicken because this is #1 easy fight in lightweight division.
I am going to truly love putting a bad beating on this little glass jaw rat.
What did you see when you looked in his eyes?
I saw what I've seen many times when I've looked at that man. His eyeballs turn to glass, the blood rushes from his body and sprints out of his arse.
Fueled up the G650 and loaded it up with Irish guys. They flew to New York and attacked the bus that he found.
Send a message, hey, come here, this place, and that's it. Without security, without UFC, without nothing.
You know, make him humble. Teach him, sometimes slap him, make him tired.
Your instinct is zero, your grappling is zero. I'm gonna mow you. Let's wrestle, kid. Let's wrestle.
This is not Nate Diaz, this is completely different fighter, If you wanna stop it, you have to kill him.
Landing clean, dragging him down, and exposing the flaws in McGregor's game with a ruthlessness that continued even after the fight.
Because I walked around with disrespect towards him because he was just running around the cage. I switched off at that millisecond, he got that lucky shot. Even after he got that lucky shot, although it was a beautiful shot, I bounced back up and engaged.
Like, he tapped. He begged me, please, don't kill me, And you talk about Warrior or something like this, how you can tap? Go sleep.
But whatever, there's many great things that I can take from that, and I can come back and avenge that. But I'm not gonna wait around.
Now, do you think Conor could win a rematch with Khabib, or is there no way he's beating Khabib?
No, the style matchup. Khabib just has a style that beats him. That's it.
A long layoff allowed for McGregor to regroup, reassess, and rectify the mistakes that cost him dearly.
If you look at the list of call-outs or the people that I've engaged with, Donald was probably one of the first ones. So he's first on the list, and that's it.
I'll get to every single one of them also.
Conor has no right coming up to 55. There's no way he's not going to stand a chance. We're too big for him. We're too strong. You beat nobody and you think you're going to come up to 155 and make a statement? Come on, man. Sit the fuck down.
Next up, coming into his fight with Donald Cerrone in January 2020, McGregor showed a far more humble side of himself.
Obviously, you've seen him compete so many times. It's hard not to respect Donald right now at this stage, and he has my respect.
One that, surprisingly, would be maintained before, during, and after the contest.
How good do I look at 170? I feel real good at this weight. I'm coming for all of them in this division. It begins with Donald.
This is the fight I wanted. I'm not complaining at all, man. I'm fucking here to have a good time. Like Conor said, we're entertainers, man, so we're here to fucking entertain, blow the roof off this motherfucker. Mentality is just, I'm just a crazy bastard, so it's easy to meet crazy with crazy.
McGregor had that great line, blood will be spilled on Saturday night, but not bad blood.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
Bald Conor was cool, calm, and confident.
He was going to show people just how much he trained for this fight, and that's exactly what he fucking did.
And those shoulder strikes would ensure a 40-second decapitation of Cerrone.
I mean, fighting is an emotional game. You've no idea. It's a roller coaster of emotion. Maybe a little more this time. All I've gone through, and all the team's gone through, and all my people's gone through. And it's good to get us back where we belong.
Donald showed up. Cowboy wasn't there. Wrong guy showed up. Couldn't get going. Couldn't get excited. Couldn't get fired up. Didn't want to be there.
McGregor checked his opponent, seemingly turning a new leaf, as Cowboy bowed out with a tasty paycheck, opting for some more low-key fights to end his career.
When did that come to you that you knew you were going to retire?
Before I fought McGregor.
Ho, ho.
But it's still right there, you know. It
still stings?
Yeah, a little bit. But hey, the guy's doing a great job, man. You know, he's doing a great job.
You've spoken before about being emotionally invested. It seemed personal to you the first time round.
It was. It was very personal.
We got the edge.
One more sleep, folks. We'll see you tomorrow night.
It's great to be back here. I'm delighted I got the Louisiana hot sauce. I look forward to bringing the hot sauce and the fire tomorrow.
This humbleness, or at least the face of it, would continue into his second fight with Dustin Poirier in the spring of 2021.
My whole career has aligned me for tomorrow night, and I'm here to be victorious and get my hand raised by any means necessary. I'm leaving it all out there. Let's go.
Both men spoke highly of each other, entering with completely different outlooks to those of their first encounter 7 years prior.
Every fight is a chip on my shoulder. I'm trying to prove something. I'm trying to... the work that I put in, I'm trying to make it pay off. I'm trying to put my family in a better position, and this is no different.
And I do think I will get him out of there. I do foresee him folding early also, but he is tough. You know, it is up in weight. There is questions.
But I just think a fight that plays into will and want, a position where we have to dig down and suffer, I think I can suffer more.
Do you think you deserve to be the underdog in this fight?
And I know that the guy's left hand is a missile, you know, and his timing is good, and he's a good athlete. Man, I've been the underdog in so many fights and got my hand raised. I've been the underdog my whole life. I'm comfortable in this position, and no, I do not think I should be.
The game moves fast, and Dustin had kept pace.
There's no doubt that leg kick was fucking that right leg up.
For sure.
But what a crazy difference that calf kick has made in MMA over the last few years.
My left kick is very heavy, and the calf, it doesn't take many.
Chopped the leg down of McGregor, and ultimately he wore him out.
And with a career-launching knockout that shocked the world, it was the Louisiana native who left a superstar.
We got the edge.
Dustin fought a hell of a fight. I didn't adjust, and that's it. Fair play to Dustin, very happy for him.
He's not strong. Like, pulling him off the fence, I was like surprised how he's not strong.
The storybook-like career of Conor McGregor would have the opportunity for yet another key chapter. That was if he could dominate a trilogy with Poirier.
We got the edge.
It's like I needed it to happen. I sparked him in 60 seconds the first time. I had him out on his feet in the second one. If I knocked him out there in that second fight, Ariel, this wouldn't be what this is.
Though leaving immediately afterwards, as many expected, was Conor's short-lived humility.
Is that the mindset, enemy, going into this?
Yeah, for sure.
What's up, big boy? What's up, big boy?
He's a corpse, a dead body, a blank face. It's gonna get his ass whooped and took out on a stretcher.
The third build-up was a far different affair yet again. Alongside the charity payment allegations,
Conor had pledged or said he was going to donate $500,000 to the foundation, and
McGregor degraded and humiliated Poirier at every opportunity in the spotlight.
He knew what was coming, he knew the smacks he took. So it's on now. Saturday night he's getting walked around that octagon like a dog and put to sleep. I'm in a vicious mode, no family around, you know. I'm a bad man without the fam. You know what I mean?
Do you think he's trying to summon up that angry, that old, hungry type of Conor? He's trying to prove to himself that he's still got it?
Yeah.
Tomorrow night I'm gonna make this man pay with his life, and I mean it. You're dead in that octagon tomorrow night.
Ultimately, the fight would cement itself as a key chapter in the McGregor story, but not the way he intended.
I mean, I knew my bone hit his bone, and my weight came forward at the forces met, and the knee is obviously thicker than that part of the shin.
Just the thing had separated and my blade landed on the wonky leg like Anderson Silva that time.
It did bend back, but watch this. Bang. Then it just gives out completely. See, it folds over.
After suffering a leg break from a blocked kick to round 1, Conor was relegated indefinitely to the MMA sidelines.
It sucks. It's brutal. It's not the way you want to see fights end. So,
Despite providing some of the sport's most exciting moments, Dustin is still yet to fulfill his dream of capturing the lightweight title. But now, with Chandler up next for McGregor in November, all eyes are firmly back on the Irishman in 2023. The opportunity to break more records and make more noise than ever.